Hello guys, yes I know it's been a while, about 2 months ago since my last upload, and I am back. I had to take a break to refine some things both in my personal life and also in my trading, of course, my trading career or my trading life. I refined my trading system a lot, and yeah, but I still use TrueSMC, just that I have refined it, and I am to share with you all that I have refined on this on our system, of course, so that we can maximize our gains and also adapt to the market changes. So there is some things that I have learned on the period. I have backtested a lot, and of course I'm looking forward for no breaks at all. So I'll be here with you guys, and you guys, you will just be commenting on the videos, on the videos, the comment section, and tell me what videos would you want me to actually create for you guys. I'm now back, and I'm always happy, and it's always a pleasure to share my knowledge with you guys. Of course, I've refined my trading system, and I'll make a video on the refinements that I've made, like me only focusing on USD. Of course, I was to come back earlier than this, but yet I was still making some refinements, and you guys would like be like, yo, you've lost it and all of that. But I didn't want that. I actually wanted to settle everything, settled, and yeah, like it's final, like the final conclusion before I get now back. And I have done that, and now I am ready to share with you guys, so stay tuned. And by the way, I was to create another playlist, and I had posted that on my Telegram channel, the free Telegram channel. If you're yet joined to it, you can actually use the link in the description of this video. I was to create a new playlist, but figured out that some of the things will actually be imitating the previous True SMC playlist. So there is no reason for me to actually repeat the same content. So I'll just be uploading videos on the updates that I've made, because I've just figured out that they are like most of the things are just the same. It's just that there are minor updates that they need to be made known, and right now this is the first update, very very crucial. Yep. So without further ado, let's dive into today's video. All right, so if you have watched my previous playlist, of course, or my previous videos, we said that the decisional order block, yeah, it comes right after the inducement is taken out, major or minor, it doesn't matter. We said on the previous videos, on the previous playlist, I said that the decision order block, this one here, the decision order block, of which right now it's not, if you notice, the I have refined it. In this picture it's refined, so if it was the first one, I will use this one here, because this here is the order block that comes right after the inducement. I mean the valid order block that comes right after the major inducement is taken out. And right now you can clearly see that I have marked it as the smart money trap. So this means that there is a refinement, and that refinement I have back tested and it actually works. And also I learned a lot from Wakar Asim, the WWA trading, and the refinement I have seen, I've collected the data, and it proves that this refinement is worth made. And right here we can clearly see that this one here is a smart money trap. In this case, I'm not supposed to call it a smart money trap, but it's also a trap because it's a weak POI. Yeah, the right word I should use is actually the weak order block. And if it's weak, this means that I'm not interested to take a reversal from it. It's weak because it's not, like we said that in a trading range there can only be a maximum of two valid POIs. A POI can be an order flow or an order block. If you find what I'm saying like a bit hard to understand, please watch my previous playlist, True SMC, the playlist True SMC from A to Z, before you actually continue this, so that you may notice where the update is. The update is on the decision order block. You can clearly see that I was to use this one as the decision order block, but now I'm using this one here as the decision order block. So what does this mean? So what is the decision order block? But the extreme order block does not change. It's actually the farthest order block that is on the origin of the move. So when I say the order block that caused the break of structure, I mean you can clearly see that this here is the break of structure to the upside, and this here is the valid pullback. Of course, after that, price now made that break of structure, and this here was the order block that made a break of the internal high as well as the break of the external high. So this means that this one here is the decision order block. It's the one that caused the break of structure, not only of this internal high, but of course but in addition with the external high, and this creates the decision order block. This means now the decision order block does not change, and that's where it should be marked from. And yeah, of course, if it's an order flow and it's unmitigated and it happens to be at that place, of course it will be the whole selling move. In this case, since we are bullish, it will be the whole, like the entire selling move before the buy or before the break of structure. So the whole swing, this one here, but in this case it was mitigated exactly right there. So exactly right there, you can clearly see that now we'll make the extreme order, the decision order flow. And of course, we know the decision order block will be located on the or in the decision order flow. And this one here is the decision order block. And this one is just a weak POI. Of course, a smart money trap. Price will just make a reaction and then later fail it towards our two valid POIs, which is the decision order block, which is the one that caused the break of structure exactly right here. It broke the internal high and of course the external high. This here is a valid pullback on this time frame, but on the lower time frame. So let's say this here is the 15-minute time frame. If I dive deeper into the 3-minute or the 1-minute, you'll find that this here valid pullback on the 15-minute, it's actually a whole structure on the 1-minute. By a whole structure, I mean, you all know how we define a whole structure: take out of inducement and then price breaking there. So that one here will be a break of structure. So you'll see something like this on the lower time frame, even though here is just a valid pullback. And of course, we all know how to identify a valid pullback. I expect that if you have watched the previous playlist, of course, I have a video explaining deeply on how to identify a valid pullback. So guys, that's the first update. Of course, there are other updates like the order flows and stuff. I said that the order flow is primary and the order block are secondary, but in this case, okay, all right, I will create another video on that, so stay tuned. Let me just end it here. I don't want to make this video long. Yeah, it was just me letting you guys know that I'm back. And yeah, this is the first update. So know that the decision order block is no longer the one that comes right after the inducement is taken out, but the one that causes the break of structure. And of course, the extreme order block, you all know it's the one that, like, the farthest unmitigated extreme order block, or like the one that caused the one that is located on the origin of the move. And by the way, all of this is marked on the impulsive move. I'm not expecting you to mark this on the corrective move. Right guys, so let me leave you here, digest this. I'll be creating more and more content, and of course I'll be dropping most of my trades. Yeah, I'll be breaking down my trades, the trade that I take, wins and loses, and I'll be uploading here so that you guys can actually solidify this. All I want is seeing you guys succeed. And so guys, if you're new here, yeah, go and watch that playlist. And yeah, if you have a question, drop in the comment section. And also, I would love to know the videos that you guys would want me to create after I have done all these modifications. Of course, I'll be creating a playlist for the modification of the previous playlist, which is the true SMC from A to Z. I will not be creating like a whole startup from the valid pullback identification all the way to the top-down analysis. No, I'll just be creating a playlist for the updates, and this is the first update. And of course, this will be the part one of our new playlist, which is actually the updates of our previous true SMC A to Z. And so guys, let me not make this video long. Drop a like and see you in the next video.